Today we'll discuss some of the advantages of DBMS controlling redundancy. So this is one of the very important advantage supported by DBMS. In traditional file processing technique, every user maintains its own uh, file for handling its data processing applications. Each group independently keep files, which leads to redundancy. Redundancy is storing same data multiple times in the database. Redundancy leads to several problems. First, it leads to duplication. The second one, where it consumes a lot of storage space. The third one represent same data, maybe storing same data in multiple places leads to consistent. The second one is restricting unauthorized access. When multiple users have a large database, it is likely that most users will not be authorized to access all information in the database. For example, financial data is often considered confidential. Only authorized person are allowed to access such data. DBMS should provide a security and authorization subsystem which DBA uses to create account and specify their account restriction. For example, only DBA staff may be allowed to use certain privileged software such as software for creating new account. So there is a privilegation given for the DBA. So this is how it is going to restrict the unauthorized access. Next, providing persistent storage for program objects. A database can be used to provide persistent storage for program objects, data structures. This is one of the main reason for object-oriented database system. In programming languages, the values of program variables, objects are discarded once program terminates unless programmer explicitly stores them in permanent file, which often involves converting these complex structure into format suitable for file storage. Object-oriented database system typically offer data structure compatibility with one or more object-oriented programming languages, providing storage structure and such technique for efficient query processing. The DBMS provides capability for efficiently executing queries and updates. So how it is done? So for that it requires use the concept of indexing. So with the help of indexing, searching becomes faster, providing backup and recovery. DBMS provides facilities for recovery from hardware and software failures. The backup and recovery subsystem of DBMS is responsible for recovery, providing multiple interfaces to different classes of users. As we have already discussed different types of end users, based on that, we'll be having different interfaces to access the application. Different types of users with varying level of technical knowledge use database. A DBMS should provide variety of user interfaces. This includes query languages for casual users, programming language interface for application programmers, form and command codes for parametric users, menu-driven interface, and natural language interface for standalone. Then next one is representing complex relationship among data. Database may include numerous variety of data that are interrelated in many ways. A DBMS must have capability to represent variety of complex relationship among the data, to define new relationship as they arise and retrieve and update related data easily and efficiently. Enforcing integrity constraint on the database. So this is one of the simplest way how we can constrain the data, that is by specifying the data type for each of the attributes. And also we can give the restriction constraints on number of characters it is going to read. So for example, for a name, I'm going to define it as name char of 30. So maximum it can accept characters, and also the number of characters should be 30. And also that is one way. So another way is more complex type of constraints is specifying that a record in one file must be related to record in another file. For example, section record may be related to the course record. So that concept we call it as a referential integrity constraint, where it is going to relate to files. If any changes is happening in one file, it will reflect in the other file. So next one is permitting, interfacing and action rules. So here the DBMS supports two more techniques called triggers and assertions. Assertions. Database trigger and active database system provide active rules that can automatically initiate actions when certain condition, certain event occurs. So that we call it as triggers. There are some more additional database uh, advantages. Example, so where uh, database provides flexibility and also availability of up-to-date information. Then economies of scale. So these are the some additional